Testing 1, 2. Perfect. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Colonel Jim here on the campus of Henderson County High School for tonight's high school basketball action. Tonight, your Henderson County Colonels host the Warriors of Harrison. Let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the visiting Harrison Warriors. At forward, number 33, Thomas. At guard, number 25, Summit. At guard, number 22, Gerner. At guard, number 20, Spear. And at guard, number 3, Sims. The head coach of Harrison, Nathan Fleener.
And the lights will go out here at Colonel Jim for the introduction of the Henderson County Colonels.
And now, the starting lineup for your Henderson County Colonels. The man in the middle, number 14, Elijah Suggs. At guard, number 24, Laken McKinney. At guard, number 4, Dwayne Moss. At guard, number 3, Cooper Davenport. And at guard, number 2, Xavier Johnson.
That's the voice of Colonel Jim, Steve Town, with our starting lineups brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance on Zion Road. Tip-off presented by DSS Rentals. Tip off your next project with DSS. Proud supporter of Henderson County Athletics. Score top-notch commercial and residential equipment at 1631 South Green and online at dss-rentals.com. DSS Rentals, quality tools that assist every project. Officials David Benson, Jeff Porter, Zane Geary. As Benson goes in, we are underway. The Colonels win the tip. Suggs tips in the backcourt to Johnson. Moss now right side, coming off 2 good games in the Colonel Classic. Now to Davenport in that left corner. Colonels in their home whites. Gray numerals trimmed in maroon. Harrison Road blacks, black on black, red numerals trimmed in white. Henderson right to left on your radio dial here in this opening half.
In that matchup zone.
Davenport 3 off the right corner off her screen. WB 3 for Cooper Davenport to start. Comes in averaging 13 a game and shooting 36% from 3. 3-pointers brought to you by a former Colonel, now your local Edward Jones investment advisor, Walker Bruner. 3 to answer on the other end, rims out no good for Shane Sims, rebounded by Suggs for Henderson. Johnson travels on his first step on the right side, ball back to Harrison.
And you wish you had that back. You go down, you make a 3, they miss a 3, you only give them 1 shot. Got a chance to get a little bit of a lead here to start the game, and unforced turnover.
3-0 Colonels. With the basketball left side, Jay Summit driving into the corner. Try to kick it into the right corner, into the big man Thomas, deflected out of bounds by Johnson for Henderson to stay with Harrison, who'll play it in baseline right in the right corner near the end of the Henderson bench. Comes in out front to Greener. Inside, they get it in to Jay Summit, puts it up and in over Suggs. Summit, 6'5" senior, his first points. Harrison, good size, especially Thomas got in. Really, the Colonels have not fared well against a good big man this season.
No, North had that big guy, and we had an issue shooting the ball, rebounding the ball, everything.
Big factor in those games is Suggs got into foul trouble. Scotty had to come off the floor, and Colonels really couldn't answer.
Well, the good thing is he is a nice-sized young man, but he ain't 6'8" like that dude from North, thank goodness.
I think he was 6'10".
Oh, that's right, 6'10".
Thomas is listed at 6'8". Davenport left corner, now straight away to Suggs.
I don't think he looks that tall. What do you think?
Here's Dwayne Moss. Kicks it back to Suggs in the paint, and Thomas comes over and blocks his shot. Rebounded by Gerner. And a bucket on the other end for Summit. He has all 4 for the Warriors, and it's 4-3 Harrison. 2 minutes in. Johnson out high left. Xavion averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds a game. Off to Davenport in the paint. On the baseline to Suggs. Out to McKinney. Off the glass. Rushed it. No good. Rebounded in the hand of Thomas. And there you just see that presence of a shot blocker, Scotty.
Yeah, same thing we did against Evansville North. We wanted to shoot it too fast, and then all of a sudden we stopped shooting.
4-3. Suggs stole it away as he knocked it away from Gerner. Moss knocked it away. Picked up by Suggs. Now Moss on the baseline to McKinney. Up from 6 feet. No good. Over Summit. Rebounded by Thomas. Up to 4 near side. Sims into the paint. Kick out. Spear fakes a 3. Gerner, fakes a 3. Now back over to Sims, the left corner, driving in to the right hand, flipped it up and in. Shane Sims with a basket, 6'3" Harrison. 5 minutes ago, first quarter.
They've got 3 shots within 2 feet of the basket, Greg.
Johnson left of the paint. Davenport, 3 left corner on the way. That one rims off, no good. Rebounded by Summit for the Warriors. He'll bring it up himself. Left of the lane to the baseline. Kick out to Spear. 15-footer on the elbow, in and out, no good for Spear. Rebounded by McKinney for the Colonels. He'll bring it up himself. McKinney into the paint. Kicks to Johnson, right side 3 on the way. Wide open look, no good. Rebounded by Summit. Had it knocked away momentarily by Moss, and Moss has the steal for the Colonels. Dwayne left side, dribbles the baseline, turns, spins, flips it up and in.
Ooh, I thought he threw it too far. Got the back end of the rim.
Still in the basket for Moss. Up the floor, Summit. Out front, Sims straight away to Spear now. Back to Sims out high left. Summit fakes the corner 3, now driving baseline. 10-footer, tough angle, no good. Rebounded by McKinney for Henderson. Lakin a 3-on-1 to Davenport, a layup for Cooper. 5 for Davenport. Colonels take the lead 7-6. The whistle blows for Shane Sims, untied shoelace. They take care of him. That will allow Suggs and McKinney to come off for Henderson. First subs for the Colonels, Branson and Davis into the game. Therese Harris Armstead in for Harrison, their first sub, as the big man Thomas checks out. Amari Stewart in for Johnson. Amari coming off a good Colonel Classic. Coach Smithart told us in the pregame could see some more of him. The Colonels trying to deepen their bench a little bit. With the basketball, Harris Armstead in the right corner. Now kick out to Sims, his 3, good. Shane Sims from the right side drills the 3. Harrison back out in front by a basket, 9-7.
Here we go, 3 lead changes already in this one.
Davenport to Moss out high right. About 40 feet from the basket. Moss gets a screen out front, lost it momentarily, gets it back. Now bounces top of the post to Davis, right back to Moss. Moss kicks to Branson. Back to Moss, 3 in the right corner on the way. It's off, no good, a little strong. Rebounded by Summit for the Warriors.
Getting good looks, just got to knock them down.
Right side 3-point try, good for Dustin Gerner. Just a 20% 3-point shooter, but drained that one to make it 12-7 Warriors, 2:50 to go in the first.
6-0 run by the Warriors.
Couple trays by Harrison to push the lead to 5. Davenport to the right elbow, backs it out right wing. Branson straight away to Stewart. Now back to Davenport. Moss from that right side. Branson into the right corner looking for Davis. Now Moss penetrating in, and a whistle and a foul on the floor against Harrison. This one called on Jay Summit. First foul of the game. Kanan Bard into the game for the first time for Harrison and for Spear. Moss getting a breather as McKinney returns for Henderson. And the officials getting together on something.
What in the
I think the officials told the teams to go back to the bench, and now the officials are having a discussion about something. David Benson, Jeff Porter, and Zane Gary. Jeff Porter kind of started this discussion. Oh, and now you see David Benson kind of hobbling a little bit. He may have turned an ankle. So the lead official here, David Benson, he's walking off under his own power, but with a little bit of a limp. He may have tweaked an ankle and maybe just get taped up or something. So at the moment, 2 officials. We'll have Jeff Porter and Zane Geary. Hopefully Davey can get taped up and look back. Because he got closer to the locker room, he kind of tried to jog off, but may just kind of tweaked an ankle a little bit. 12-7. Davenport to play it in, baseline left underneath his own basket to Cole Branson, right wing. A couple dribbles now out front with it to Trajan Davis on the perimeter. Down low, wide open Stewart, flips it up and missed it from 2 feet. Great pass, but Amari couldn't finish. Rebounded by Summit.
That's 4 points we've left out there, Greg.
With the basketball right side, Gerner. Straight away for him now. And he leaves it off with Bard just in moments ago. Back to Gerner. Bard top of the key. Between the circles. Now Gerner out high left with it. To Thomas. Right back to Gerner on a give and go. Had a shot blocked by McKinney. Rebound, though, terrifically saved in by Summit. He tapped it over to Harris Armstead after the McKinney block shot. Left side now. Slashing is Summit. He's quite a player. He has 6 points and 5 rebounds in this opening quarter. 14-7. Harrison has their biggest lead with 90 seconds to go.
And all layups for him.
With the basketball, Branson into the corner to Davenport from the left side. Back to Branson, right corner. Fakes the 3. Fires a 15-footer. It's off, no good. McKinney battling for the rebound along with Thomas. It'll be a jump ball. Both guys going after it all. It will go to Harrison. I said Thomas. That was again Summit. Thomas coming back into the game as Gerner checks out. So the Warriors by 7, minute 15 to go in the first, and they have the basketball.
Scored 8 straight. Colonels have missed a couple bunnies underneath the basket. This is not a team you want to get down by double digits.
And near steal by Moss. It is a steal by Moss. Picked up by McKinney. Here's Davenport, 15-footer, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Back up in, and he's fouled.
There you go. Don't think about it. Get it. Go up strong.
Possible 3-point play as the foul goes on Thomas. His first, just the second against the Warriors, but the sophomore guard, Johnson, hit the offensive glass. Averages 4 rebounds a game, a big one there to bring the Colonels within 5. Free throw rattles off, no good. Rebounded by Sims. 14-9. Harris Armstead out high left. Moss picks him up. Thomas at the high post, squares up against Suggs, puts it on the floor. Now kicks to Harris Armstead. 3 left corner, no good. Rebound into the hands of Davenport for the Colonels. Up the floor to McKinney. Lakin left side, draws a double team. Kicks it to Johnson. Straight away for Xavion. Hooks it past to Davenport left side in front of the Warrior bench. Now back out front with 30 seconds to play. Johnson to Davenport. Bounce past McKinney between the circles. Dribbles left, handoff to Johnson. Down to 20 seconds to go. 14-9 Warriors here in this opening period. Moss fakes the 3, steps to the side, now to Davenport. Nearly lost it away. Picked up by Johnson, back to Davenport. His 3 straight away goes. WB 3 for Cooper Davenport. Half-court shot at the buzzer, off, no good from Harris Armstead. And after 1, Colonels score 5 straight to cut it to 2. Harrison 14, Henderson 12. Our broadcast being brought to you by Owensboro Health, Henderson Healthplex.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
14-12. Harrison by a basket as we start the second quarter. Henderson will have the basketball. 5 straight for the Colonels to cut a 7-point lead down to 2 at the end of that first. Davenport left side to Moss. Johnson from the left corner to the wing now. Hooks a pass back to Davenport. Now it comes back out front to Moss. Starters on the floor. Actually, Harris Armstead out there now to start for Harrison. They get inside of McKinney. Off the glass, no good.
Oh, wow, over the back.
Yeah, I think Sims went over the back of Johnson. Actually, they're going to get Spear here. So the Colonels will play it in. Baseline right. Johnson to trigger it in. To Davenport in the left corner. Pass deflected out of bounds by Harrison. And it will stay with Henderson as Johnson will play it in that same spot, I believe. Inbounds coming into Suggs. A lob broken up by Thomas. It's out of bounds.
Oh, gosh. My. No way.
Yeah, I think they're going to get this one right.
Oh, my.
Yeah. With 2, you don't see everything. It looked like it was definitely off of Thomas. And it is Henderson ball. Good piece of officiating there. Officials got together. Davenport into McKinney. Right back to Davenport. Cooper gets a screen from Suggs. Now to the paint. Turns, spins to Moss on the right side. Suggs to the baseline. Back to Davenport. Fakes a deep 3. Summit comes out on him. Cooper driving now. And a whistle and a foul on the floor against Harrison. As that one goes against Harris Armstead, his first on Harrison here in this half. Inbounds comes in, or in this quarter, to McKinney. A little jumper in the lane, good from 5 feet. A little shot fake from Lakin. And he has his first points.
Colonel scored 7 in a row now.
Thomas into the right corner. Bounces to Sims. He takes it back in that same spot near the Henderson bench. Summit, nice shot fake, drive to the right side. He got Suggs up in the air, put it up and in. Summit has 8.6 boards here early. Quickly down the floor to Suggs, reverse layup, good.
And Summit's got all layups.
First points for Suggs. I think Davenport, was that him that threw that pass, Scotty?
Yes.
Good assist there from Davenport. Ties it at 16. Sims the other way to the rack, lays it up, blocked out of bounds by Suggs. It'll stay with Harrison.
Do we know how many Suggs has got for the year? I didn't get the stats.
37 coming in tonight, Scotty.
All right.
16 all.
Quest for 100.
3 out front for Summit straight away. Good.
Gosh.
Jay Summit averages 16 and 8 a game. He has 11 and 6 here with 6 minutes to play in the half.
Is that just the average for the first half? Or?
Yeah, no point.
Golly.
He's playing great. With the basketball, Johnson bumped by Spear. Spear picks up his second personal foul and the third team foul against Harrison. The big man Thomas coming out as barred into the game. Also, Gerner, the starter, returns. Inbounds, knocked away, picked up though by Johnson, and knocked away from behind, out of bounds by Bard. It'll stay with the Colonels. They'll play it in on the far sideline.
One of the few games, boys games, that we don't have a Colonel Crazy crowd.
School not back in session just yet.
Nope, that's what it is. That's exactly right.
They're still on winter break. With the basketball, it's Moss in the left corner. Dribbles to the wing. Now 40 feet from the basket. Taking a look at the defense here for the Warriors. Moss to McKinney, threw it behind him out of bounds right near us. Just the Colonel's second turnover tonight. Tyler Smithart calls a timeout for Henderson. 5:33 to go in the half. 19-16, Harrison on top of the Colonels here on WSON.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
Yeah.
5:33 to play in this first half. 19-16, Harrison on top of the Colonels. And Harrison has the basketball. Sims hands it off to Reese Harris-Armstead. Now 3 for Bard, right side, no good. Rebound being tapped around. It's Gerner who has it. Second chance for the Warriors. Back out front to Summit. Now a 3 for Sims, no good. Offensive rebound by Bard. He puts it up, no good. Rebounded by McKinney. Up the floor to Suggs. Elijah right side into the corner to Davenport. Fakes the 3. Now McKinney trailing in. A little floater from 8. Middle of the lane. Good. McKinney with 4. And the Colonels within 1. Just under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Harris-Armstead left side to Bard in the corner. Gerner now left of the paint. Back to Bard. Deep 3 from the wing. Good. Kanan Bard with a 3 off the bench. Puts the Warriors up 4. 22-18.
They're 4 of 8 from Trayville here early.
They come in shooting just 29% from 3, but 50 tonight.
Colonels 2 of 4.
Colonels come in shooting 36% from 3. McKinney to Moss. Right wing gets a screen. Suggs now top of the key. Over to Davenport. It's a screen. Cooper to the elbow to McKinney out front. Johnson with a touch now. Xavion in the paint. I couldn't tell if he tried to shoot that or get it over to McKinney.
And they're giving us the ball back. No way.
We'll say it's blocked out of bounds in if it's a shot.
Well, yeah, it was a shot.
I couldn't tell if he was trying to scoop it over to McKinney who was cutting that baseline or put it up. So
I don't see how we're getting the ball.
I guess the Warrior got a hand on it. 22-18. Colonels trail, but have the ball. Davenport at the jump circle, picked up by Sims. Now McKinney driving at left baseline, and a whistle and a foul. McKinney will head to the line for 2. As the foul whistled on Bard, his first. McKinney, 5 of 9 from the free throw line this season. The senior toes the stripe. Couple bounces, a little spin, and the free throw on the way. Good. 5 for McKinney, all here in this second period. Our game tonight being brought to you by Owensboro Health Orthopedics, your go-to for expert ortho care. Make an appointment or visit their walk-in clinic Monday through Friday from 8 to 11, located at the Henderson Healthplex next to Walmart. Free throw no good. Rebounded, though, by Suggs, and a second chance off a missed free throw. Davenport from the left side kicks back to McKinney, and he had it stripped away. Goes way up in the air, and it's a turnover. Summit going the other way for the Warriors. Off to Sims, spins. He lost it. They turn it over. It's picked up by McKinney. Now Moss, Dwayne from the right side, flips it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Summit. A little bit of track meet at the moment. Summit into the paint, lays it up, and rattles in. Good.
Gosh, Suggs has got to put his head down and get back, Greg.
13 for Summit. The lead is 5 for the Warriors.
And Summit just ran right by Suggs.
With the basketball is McKinney.
Moving
Johnson,
table here.
Yep, to Davenport. Suggs on the baseline. Into the corner, Moss. His 3 on the way. Off, no good. Rebounded by Sims. Picked up by Johnson. Now Sims at the free throw line. In the corner, a 3 for Harris-Armstead. Good. And a timeout, Henderson County, as Harrison has their biggest lead at 8. 27-19, 2:40.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
What rhymes with great?
.240 to go in the half, 27-19. The Colonels trail Harrison. The Warriors out to their biggest lead after a couple of threes off the bench from Bard and Harris in the second quarter. Now Amari Stewart in after that timeout. His three no good. Rebounded, though, underneath by Johnson. And a second chance for Henderson. Back to Amari Stewart. Straight away, Davis. Now Johnson. Xavier on the left side. Cut off on the baseline to Davenport out high left near the Warriors bench. Cooper at the high post. Pick up the dribble. Now Johnson. Right back to Davenport. Fakes the three. Johnson, three left side on the way. WB three for Xavier Johnson. He has 5. Johnson doesn't take a lot, Scotty, but he's a very good three-point shooter, 46%. He was 5 of 9 coming into tonight.
Yeah, he's not going to take very many.
So 6 of 10.
Kind of reminds you of Anna Camp on the Lady Colonel side. Not going to take very many, but they can knock them down.
27-22. Harrison by 5, minute 38 to go in the half. Summit to Sims straight away. Summit on that left side, inside to Thomas, trying to post up. Now a little jumper right side off the mark, no good. Rebounded by who else? Jay Summit. Rebounds, puts it back up and in. He's been fantastic.
We're going to get that dude a D1 scholarship after tonight.
Yeah, he hadn't committed anywhere, but he's the best, at least so far, performance I've seen this season, Scotty. He's fantastic. 29-22 Warriors.
I would agree on the boys' side.
A minute to go. Here's Davenport, three, right wing. That one's off, no good. And then Branson went over the back of Gerner. Cole Branson's first foul. That's actually the first Henderson foul of the game with a minute to go in the half.
Well, not very many fouls. Of course, they've shot no free throws. We only shot 3.
29-22 Harrison with 55 seconds left to play. On the baseline, Summit had to save it in and does so out front from going out of bounds. Now Thomas in the corner gives it up to Gerner. Right side with the basketball, Gerner. And to Brooks Thomas. 20 seconds left. Warriors appear that they want to hold for the final shot. Addie Thomas into the game, into that right side. His first touch, now driving in, tough angle, but up and in. Good for Gerner. He has 5. It's a 9-point lead. Johnson, 25-footer at the buzzer, just off. No good. Scott Stone with Coach observation of the first half.
Defensively, we've done a decent job of giving up too many second chance opportunities. On offense, they're not letting us get in the paint, and we're not moving the ball quick enough to get good shots from 3.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck second half.
That's the head coach of the Colonels, Tyler Smithart. Henderson County goes into the locker room trailing by their largest margin of the half. It's Harrison 31 and the Colonels 22. Stay tuned for Colonels at the half coming up next. We'll have halftime scoring and stats plus an interview with Gary Lee. Gary is the director of the Owensboro Health Henderson Healthplex. He'll join us at half as well as the Colonels trailed 31-22 here on WSON.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
And 2. Out rebounded the Colonels by 7, a big stat in that first half. Each team had 25 shots, but Harrison was 13 of 25, 52%. Colonels only 9 of 25, 36%. Harrison gets the basketball to start this second half. Colonels left or right here in the second half. Here's Sims, shot from 8 feet, middle of the lane, good. And a little whistle, I think they get the arrow, start the second half. They got that taken care of as Sims has 7. And Harrison has their biggest lead at 11, 33-22.
Now, Dan the man had it right. Somehow, I don't know what happened there on the arrow.
Johnson over to Davenport, left side. Out near the jump circle now. Moss onto the right wing, out high right with it. McKinney back to Moss. Davenport in front of his own bench, right side to the elbow, kick out to Moss. Now back into the hands of Davenport and trying to fight through a screen. Gerner fouled Suggs. First foul on Gerner. An 11-point Warriors lead. Trying to get a big road win here in Henderson. First meeting between the Colonels and Warriors since 2020. Great pass. Moss finds McKinney. Down low on the block and an easy bucket for McKinney. He has 7 on a nice find from Moss. And now a steal by Suggs. Intercepted a pass, gets it into Moss. Up the floor, and it's Johnson laying it up and in. 4 straight from the Colonels at the rim, Scotty.
Yeah, a little bit of defense. Nice, first of all, nice cut. Easier to make shots when you get layups.
Summit with the basketball, picks up his dribble. Right side to Gerner, bump, shot up, no good, and McKinney bumped him. First foul on McKinney. It'll be Dustin Gerner at the line for 2. Gerner 5 of 5 from the free throw line this season. Hadn't been there a lot, but when he has, perfect. This one's up and broadcaster's jinx. Spun it out.
That's a Greg Busby jinx.
33-26. He can restart his streak, and he does. 6 for Gerner. It's Harrison by 8, 34-26, 6:20 to play in the third. Davenport out high left. Now to Moss. Back to McKinney. McKinney on the perimeter. Moss right wing. Johnson to that right corner. Hands it back to Moss. Now back to Johnson. Xavion straight away. Davenport from the wing. Floater is air ball over the rim. No good. Rebounded by Thomas. On the baseline, Gerner. Gets it into Sims, turns, spins on Suggs, shot no good. Rebound tapped out to Moss. Moss up the floor for the Colonels, missed a layup, follow from Davenport up and in. Davenport with 10, good job following the play. Colonels have cut it to 6. 3 on the way, Gerner left side, no good. Rebounded by Davenport for the Colonels. Moss 3 right side. WB 3 for Dwayne Moss. And the Colonels have got a 12-point lead down to 3, 34-31. Summit on the other end had a shot rejected out of bounds by Suggs. It'll stay with Harrison.
Wow, that was a big-time block there. It wasn't like he was going in for a layup, Greg. He actually was shooting about a 14-foot jumper. And, of course, that's their best player who looked like a superstar in that first half.
Johnson out of the game. Branson in for Henderson. And a Spear to play it in. Baseline left for the Warriors. Sims to Summit. Shot fake, lays it up and in.
Boy, that time he went away from the big man and got to where he couldn't block him.
One little shot fake, quick first step. Easy right-hand layup.
Yeah, use the rim to be a defender basically against Suggs.
5-point lead for the Warriors. The Summit has 17. 36-31. Harrison's got their pace. They wanted more of that half-court game. Here's a lob inside. Moss tried to get it to Suggs. Not sure if Eli was ready for it. I thought he was going to put it up, and it's out of bounds.
I think he thought he was going to shoot it.
To the Warriors. Suggs and Moss out of the game. Johnson returns for Henderson. Trajan Davis in there for Suggs. Pressure in the backcourt for the Colonels, who trail 36-31. Thomas with the basketball, gives it up to Gerner. Now right side Sims. Back into the hands of Spear. Spear to Thomas, down low. Puts it up, missed the one, no good. Thomas got his own rebound, back up and in. Brooks Thomas, the first points for the 6'8 senior. Comes off the offensive glass, 38-31. And McKinney fouled on his way to the basket. He'll shoot 2. They're going to reach and foul here on Gerner. It is Gerner's second personal foul. McKinney was 7 tonight. One of 2 from the line. Those came in the second quarter. Free throw here, good. (38-32) Harrison. Second free throw coming up for the senior Lakin McKinney. And he's short on that one, no good. Rebounded by Sims. Johnson on him in the backcourt. Now to Thomas, trying to throw it back to Johnson. Picked up, though, by Spear. Now Sims right side on Davis, flips it up and in. Nice move by Sims. He has 9. That was nearly a turnover for Harrison, ends up being 2 points.
Better lucky than good, Griggy.
McKinney from the corner to Johnson. Now Cole Branson right side. Gives it back up to Johnson. Now Cole Branson to the sideline, baseline, excuse me. A 3 for Davenport, good. WB 3 for Cooper Davenport. He has 13. His third 3, and the Colonels pull it to within 5, 40-35. Spear fakes a 3, has it straight away at the high post. Gives to Summit. Now he hands it off to Garner, back to Spear, left side Sims. Garner to Summit, 3 right corner, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Davis for Henderson. Off to Xavion Johnson. From the left side, kicks to Davis after Xavion slipped. Now Cole Branson on the left elbow to Davenport straight away. 40-35 Harrison, 2:50 to play in this third period. McKinney straight away. A Summit on him, handoff Davenport. Fakes the 3. Branson a fire 3 left side and hit. WB 3 for Cole Branson. First points off the bench for Henderson as the Colonels pull within 2. Quickly on the other end, Summit to the baseline, and a foul on the baseline on Henderson. That one's on McKinney. That is his second. Suggs and Moss back into the game for Henderson as Johnson and McKinney come off. Thomas out of the game for Harrison as Harris Armstead in for him. A little bit of a smaller lineup now for Harrison. 40-38. Colonels within 2. They trailed by as many as 12 early in this third period. Spear to Harris Armstead. Back to Spear. Right back to Harris Armstead. Sims on the right wing now. Spear out near the jump circle, back over right side Sims. Ooh, Garner looked like he walked, no call. Now out front of 3 blocked for Harris Armstead. It is blocked by Moss, rebounded by Suggs. Colonel's a chance to take the lead. Inside they get it to Suggs on the baseline, had to come back out with it, tough angle. Davenport can't get the little floater to go. Rebound being tapped around, still loose. It's into the hands of Garner. Garner on the other end, tied up by Moss, but they're going to get Moss with a foul as opposed to a jump ball.
Now, bad scenario there. We had a chance to tie the ball game up, and we get nothing. And then they're shooting 2 free throws.
Garner 6 of 7 from the line this season. That includes 1 for 2 tonight. .6'1", 175 junior Dustin Garner at the line. Free throw off the mark, no good.
That dude's 1 for 3.
5 of 5 coming in.
I tell you what, though, to be honest, though, that one he just shot just in did not look like he was a 5 for 5 free throw shooter.
40-38 Harrison. Minute 32 to go in the third. That one rimmed off, no good. Rebounded by Suggs.
Man, that guy ain't gonna like you after this game.
Colonels can 3 for the lead. Deep one for Davenport, no good. Man, that's about 30-footer. Suggs rebounds, kicks it out to Moss.
Golly, that was deep.
That was at the
tape measure for that one.
That was at the H, the HC logo, maybe the middle of the H.
That was past the NBA line.
Oh, no question.
My gosh, this is a Harlem Globetrotter 4-pointer.
Suggs on the baseline. Elijah kicks it out to Moss. Straight away, Davis. And Moss just lost the dribble. Gets it back over to Davis. Now into the hands of Davenport. With under a minute to go in the third. 40-38. Harrison with the lead. Colonels looking to tie it up with a basket or take the lead with a 3.
And they were down 9 at half, so trim 7 off of it.
Yeah, and 12 earlier in this third quarter. Branson to the right corner. Now Moss from the left side, and He's bumped by Spear. Spear picks up his third team foul. Addie Thomas along with Kanan Barn in for Harrison as Spear and Gerner check out. Davis and Branson off for the Colonels. Johnson and McKinney return.
Big possession here because you would love to tie this game up going into the fourth quarter.
And you get the ball to start the fourth.
After you were down by 11 earlier in this quarter.
Suggs in the right corner. Elijah driving in with the layup. Can't get it to go. McKinney the rebound and foul going back up.
And he hurt his shoulder.
He did.
Pretty bad. Wow.
And McKinney grabbing his right shoulder.
Oh, my goodness. What happened there?
I don't know. Sims hit with that foul, his first. They may give McKinney a moment here as he's trying to work out that right shoulder after the big rebound.
Said, "You all right?" He said, "I might be."
He's going to try to stand and
he might want to shoot these underhanded.
Shoot these free throw. Yeah, he kind of did the free throw up and in.
Atta boy.
That's a good sign.
Well, his facial expression was not a good sign.
No,
right
he's still, it's kind of that chest or just kind of worked that right shoulder.
It's kind of weird.
Maybe just tweaked it a bit, just extended it, hyperextended it a little bit maybe. Free throw on the way, and he got them both perfect on those free throws.
Fourth tie of the ball game.
McKinney's about tough as you get. You want a blue-collar guy on the Colonels, it's that guy. It's 24.
No doubt.
And with the basketball, the Warriors, they get into Summit. Kick out left side to Addie Thomas. Now out front to Sims with 10 seconds to go. Left side with it, Harris Armstead. Straight away to Bard. Harris Armstead into the corner. Thomas a quick three. They say they wave it off. Didn't get it off in time. They went down, but they said they didn't get it in time. And it's 40-40 after three. A good one here at Colonel Gym between the Colonels and Warriors. Brought to you by Owensboro Health, Henderson Healthplex.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
(40-40) your score here at the half. As we start the third, I should say, as clock reset momentarily, so they're taking care of that. Colonels outscored Harrison 18-9 in that third quarter. They trailed by 12 early in the third, but tied it up at 40, and they'll have the ball to start the fourth.
Made 3 threes, WB threes in that quarter. I like that.
Johnson and Moss right in front of his head coach on the Colonel bench down to our right. Now McKinney. Back to Johnson. Davenport off a screen left side. Now Johnson straight away. Bard out on him. There's a pass deflected. It's loose. Picked up by Johnson. Now to Davenport. Inside McKinney. Floater on Summit. No good. Suggs a follow.
Oh, my God.
No good. McKinney a follow. Up in and he's fouled.
Sometimes better lucky than good. Stay with it. You missed 2 easy bunnies, but you get the and one.
Possible three-point play for McKinney as that foul went on Thomas, his second.
Colonel's on an 11-0 run here.
Free throw for McKinney, good. 12 straight by the Colonels to take a 43-40 lead with 7:25 to go in the fourth. With the basketball, Summit at the high post, 15 feet away, gives it up to Bard. Bard out near the jump circle for the Warriors. Straight away now to Harris Armstead. Back to Bard on that right wing, Davenport on him. Harris Armstead at the jump circle now with 7 minutes to play in the game. 43-40 Colonels. Sims back to Bard, right side for him. Sims underneath, trying to get space on Suggs. Suggs blocked the shot, rebounded by Johnson. Up the floor to Davenport, three in transition, goes!
That'll get timeout.
16 for Davenport. Good outlet pass from Johnson on the block from Suggs and a timeout Harrison. 6:39 to go in the fourth. Colonels 46, Harrison 40. Colonels have scored 15 straight. Back after this on WSON.
When I was asked to join Owensboro Health's board, it felt like a calling. As a board member, I am a voice to the voiceless, bringing their concerns to the table to ensure continuous excellence. You're treated like family, with connection, compassion, and trusted care from neighbors who truly care. I am proud to help ensure that every voice is heard and every patient receives the care they deserve.
(46-40). Henderson leads Harrison. 6:38 to go in the game. A 15-0 run for the Colonels. They started midway through that third quarter. Summit kicks left side to Harris Armstead. Fakes a three. Three in the corner for Sims. Good.
Great time out by the Warriors.
It was, yeah. Nathan Fleener. Perfect play. He can. He's a good one. In his ninth year at Harrison, and 58% of his games.
His assistant was actually the coach at Harrison for about 6 or 7 years before that.
3-point Henderson lead with 6 minutes to play. Xavion Johnson, high left, goes to Suggs on the baseline. Now to Moss. Dwayne underneath the basket, bounces to Suggs. Nice play, flips it up and in.
That was a good strong move by the big man.
4 for Suggs, a nice dime for Moss to leave that to him for an easy bucket. Colonels by 5, 5:45 to go in the fourth.
Getting the pace picked up a little more here in the second half for sure.
Harris Armstead to Bard. Corner three on the way off the back rim, and then it hit off the top of the backboard. Out of bounds to Henderson.
Which it can hit the top of the backboard, but it cannot hit that.
The support.
Yep. I think it was going to go in, though.
Well, it did. It went in, but off the post of the support of the backboard. If that's not there, it just probably rolls over this backboard. 48-43.
That's why they call it out of bounds.
Xavion, you got it. Johnson right side driving in, strong to the basket, lays it up and in. Good strong drive by Johnson.
Boy, he's having a good game, man. He's close to a career high, probably. With 9.
Sims bounces on the left side to Gerner, back to Sims. Spear fakes a three from the corner, little floater from 15, good. First points for Spear.
Battling foul trouble, though. He's the only person on the floor with foul trouble.
Colonels by 5, 50-45. Spears just with 3 with 4:45 to go. Moss out high left. Now 40 feet from the basket. He's near half court with it, with Harris Armstead on him. Moss off to Davenport. Now to Johnson, 4:20 remaining. A 50-45 lead for the Colonels. Moss trying to hook it inside and stolen away by Summit as he tried to get to McKinney. Just the Colonels' 5th turnover.
A little more air under it.
And here's a pass ball knocked away from behind by Davenport, picked up by Summit. Sims, a wide open 3, off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, Harris Armstead. 3 in the corner, no good for Gerner. Rebounded by Suggs. Outlet pass up the floor to Davenport. Cooper right side to Moss from the left corner. Dwayne, little jump stop, 6-footer in the lane, rattles off, no good. Rebounded by Summit for the Warriors. He wants to push it. Summit right side off to Sims. Cutting in the lane, Gerner tried to hook a pass back to Summit off his hands, out of bounds. Turnover number 6 for the Warriors. Ball goes back to Henderson.
About a minute there. Both teams had the ball twice, no points. It's kind of the pace we want, though. We just got to score.
Off, Branson in. Harris Armstead off the floor as Addie Thomas into the game for Harrison. 3:38 to go in the fourth. Henderson 50, Harrison 45. Johnson to bring it up against Spear. Left side for him, McKinney on the baseline, shot fake. Turns, spins, off the glass and in for a Farmers Bank shot.
What a move.
McKinney, who has 15. Farmers Bank thinks long term, always have, always will. See how that makes all the difference at Farmers Bank, 1555 South Green Street in Henderson. 52-45, turnaround jumper for Sims, no good. Rebounded underneath by Summit, put it back up, missed it, no good. Sims a rebound up and in. And a timeout, Harrison.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Somebody scored 5 points. Oh my God.
Henderson basketball up 5 with 2:55 to go in the game, hosting the Harrison Warriors here tonight from Colonel Jim. And a nickel dimer foul in the backcourt on the Warriors' Addie Thomas, his first. The Warriors' second of the quarter. So Harrison still has 2 to give before they would send the Colonels to the line. As they put a little three-quarter court pressure on. Johnson up the floor in the corner to Davenport. Right back to Johnson. Moss from the left side. Suggs on the baseline. Elijah getting in on Sims, and good call. Foul on the floor. Sims appeared to be holding Suggs there.
Yeah, Suggs was a nice power move there, Greg. He was going to get to a layup one way or the other.
Sims picks up his second foul, third on the Warriors, so they have another to give before the Colonels get to the line.
Colonels need a good shot here.
Johnson to play it in and gets in the backcourt, but first the timeout by Tyler Smithart. Didn't think the Colonels were going to get it in. 2:36 to go in the fourth. Henderson 52, Harrison 47. Henderson ball when we come back on WSON. Our broadcast being brought to you by Owensboro Health, Henderson Healthplex.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
.236 to go in the fourth quarter, 52-47. Colonels with the lead and the ball. Johnson plays it into Suggs out front. Hands off to Davenport. Sims out on Cooper. Right side off to McKinney. Summit on him. Now to Moss. Right side with the basketball. Johnson out high right. 2:18 to play. Colonels by 5. Spear on Johnson. Moss in the paint. Kickoff to McKinney. Driving in. Picks up his dribble and a whistle and a foul on the floor to be the 4th team foul. This one whistled on Spear, and that's Spear's 4th. Oh, they say actually that was 5. Okay, so it is sent Henderson to the line.
Well, they're saying it's on 25. It's on 25.
So take off the foul on Spear. And the foul goes on Summit, his 2nd, and it is a 4th team foul.
He said foul on 20, though. So I don't know what happened there.
Johnson played in baseline right. 52-47 Colonels. Into Suggs. Hands it right back to Johnson. Out front for Xavion. Gets it to Moss. Hooks it past McKinney. Reverse. Oh, he got it to Suggs. And McKinney will go to the line for 2. Not a lot there. Colonels probably wish they didn't have that one. Suggs is going to have a dunk.
Suggs was going to get a slammeroo, so they probably...
A foul on Thomas.
They'd probably rather have it.
I think so. McKinney, though, at the line.
I mean, the Harrison, that is. Harrison would rather have the foul.
No question, yeah.
But they're not acting like it.
Free throw for McKinney. He'll have 2 with the Colonels up 5. Off the back rim, no good.
Oh, goodness. 5 of 9 from the line. Don't sound like much, but a tight game.
There's Armstead in as Addie Thomas checks out. Second free throw coming up for McKinney.
Need this one bad.
Make it a full 2-possession game. It's short, no good. Missed them both. Rebounded by Summit. Hands off to Sims. 52-47 Colonels, a minute 45 to play. Floater from 14, too strong from Sims. Rebounded by Thomas, then stolen away by Moss, or at least knocked away. It's loose now. Sims has it, trying to get a timeout. I think he's got it. Or is there going to be a foul?
Foul, McKinney.
It is a foul on McKinney. His 3rd.
And Moss tried to get it out of there. He just couldn't get it out of there. It was a good steal, though.
I guess just kind of knocked it away there. Looked like he had it momentarily, but he didn't quite have it. And here's a foul out front. Good call. Moss bumped into Harris Armstead on the inbounds pass. Moss picks up his 2nd. And the Colonels' 2nd of this 4th quarter.
Which, a minute 33 to go. We've only got 2 fouls called on us.
Yeah, Colonels can get aggressive here, yep. Got 2 to give. Spear to Sims.
Oh,
bobbled the pass, but got it back. Spear. Right side to Harris Armstead. Now Spear a 3 out front. Off the mark, no good. Rebound on the baseline. Suggs, though, blocks the shot. Johnson had it momentarily, but not quite, and it's ended up rebounded by Harris Armstead.
They had a wide open layup underneath the basket. They missed him.
Minute 5 to go. Colonels by 5. Harrison ball. Deep 3, Sims. Right her down.
Good Lord.
17 for Sims. And it's a 52-50 game with a minute to go. Timeout, Harrison. Colonels ball when we come back here on WSON.
It can happen when you least expect it. You're involved in an accident and you need help. Look no further than Hargis Collision. Hargis welcomes all insurance providers. They are ICAR certified and have the equipment needed to get your vehicle back to OEM specification. To the Hargis team, your vehicle is treated like a person, not a number. Hargis Collision, keeping your family's safety in mind. See them at their new location, 1480 South Green Street.
Well, no.
Okay.
I need the drive, too. I was going to do it on that one by Johnson, but didn't get it in.
Just asking for me, so I know.
52-50. Colonels with the lead and the ball. With a minute to play here at Colonel Gym. Each team 2 timeouts remaining. In case of a jump ball, it's Harrison's arrow. Johnson to McKinney. Lakin gets it across. They try to trap him. And McKinney will go back to the line for 2 as the foul goes on Addy Thomas, his second.
Boy, we got to put him in now.
McKinney 4 of 7 from the line tonight. He missed his last 2 moments ago.
He's riding for more than that. Goodness. I got him 5 of 9.
Free throw up and in.
He's the only Colonel to shoot a free throw
right,
other than
Scotty.
Johnson.
Yep, you're right.
Johnson shot a free throw in the first quarter. And that's it. Everybody else has been McKinney.
It was 5 of 9. Thank you, that.
And he shot at least 2 free throws in each quarter since that first.
Second free throw coming up for McKinney to put Colonels up 4. A big one. Missed it. No good. Rebounded by Harris Armstead.
Nobody hurt the basket.
Nobody in the blocks.
Even give it a chance.
53-50. They get inside Thomas, puts it up, and good. A big man, Brooks Thomas, just 4. Pulls within 1. McKinney gets it into Davenport. Seeing some pressure here with 34 seconds to go. Davenport picks it up off to Johnson. Now Moss. Colonels by a point with 30 seconds to go. Johnson may have got away with it. Moss may have got away with a walk. Now Xavion off on the left side to Suggs, and Henderson's going to take a timeout with 20 seconds left. We'll keep it right here as the Colonels take a timeout with 20 seconds remaining, up 53-52. Our broadcast tonight on Holiday Hoops being brought to you by Owensboro Health, Henderson Healthplex. At Owensboro Health Orthopedics is your go-to for expert ortho care. Make it a point.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Two fouls to give. So once you get into a situation, let them pass it a couple times. Once they cross half court, then foul.
What about Warriors? Do they play defense for 5 or 10 seconds?
Yes,
or they foul immediately?
Well, you're telling them you're going to try to get a steal within the first 3 passes. If you don't, then you either go steal the ball or you get a foul called on you.
Johnson into Moss, gets it to McKinney, and McKinney is fouled. Wow. And he'll head back to the line with 16 seconds remaining as that foul goes on Summit, his 3rd.
McKinney 6 of 11, I think. Goodness. Yeah, Coach Hale just told him we got 2 fouls to give.
Free throw good for McKinney to make it a 2-point game. There's a big one to make it a 3-point game with 16 seconds to go.
I would assume they're going to call a timeout.
And nobody in the blocks for the Colonels off a missed free throw. They're not even, no one's in the blocks for Henderson. Everyone's back.
I don't like it because 16.3 seconds. At least slow them down for a second because now they're going to get to go 3 out just as soon as they catch the ball. Although they did bring Moss and Cooper up a little bit.
Free throw, good. Rebounded by
foul.
Thomas, 2-point game.
They're trying to foul.
11 seconds to go. Right side corner. Thomas, the big man for 3. No good, missed it badly. But I think it's out of bounds off the Colonels. McKinney rebounded it and then tried to get it off to Suggs. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Harrison ball underneath their own basket. So Lakin had the rebound there. Not sure what he wanted to do with it after that to get it back to Suggs. So it's a rebound and a turnover. And it's 54-52. Henderson up 2, but the Warriors going to have the ball, Scotty, underneath their own basket, kind of near that left corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to them what they want to do. Do they want to go for the win or the tie? They've got 2 big men, a 6'5" guy and a 6'8" guy. I mean, there's a lot of things they could do. They could do what we like to do. We put our 2 big guys beside each other. The one on the inside goes down and sets a screen, and they throw it up high for the big guy. They could do that and probably get a pretty good look. And we got to make sure, though, we try to defend it and don't foul, because that'd be an and one. That's what I would do in their situation, because I would get a good shot with my big guy at 6'8" or the 6'5" gentleman who's having a field day with us. Not a very good second half, though.
No, only 2 points in the second half.
Had a great first half.
Yep.
That dude, though, remember, Greg, his first 4 buckets were layups. I would lob it up to him, let him go to work, and, hey, best case scenario is he gets a bucket and fouled, makes free throw, they win the game. Hey, we still have 2 fouls to give. Dude, as soon as they throw that ball in, you foul. But make sure you don't foul off of a lob. Oh, boy. They're going to come running toward the basket here, Greg. You got to look at your big man. Here they go.
Plenty of time for him. 4.7 seconds left. 4.7 seconds left for Harrison to play it in baseline left.
Put somebody in front of 25. There he goes.
Spear to trigger it in. Still looking. Lobs it in. Do it right to Moss. Moss has the basketball, and he's fouled with 2.7 left.
There was the lob, but didn't lob it to the right person.
Yeah, just trying to lob it to get it in.
Wow.
Harrison had a timeout left. Spear didn't take it, and he threw it right in. It went right to Moss. A huge turnover there.
Can't believe he didn't call the timeout when it got to about 4 seconds.
Moss, 4 of 6 from the line this season, his first 2 of the night, with his team up 2, free throw in to make it a 3-point game. And Harrison will take a timeout. 2.7 seconds left, 55-52. We'll take the
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Senior right there.
Colonels by 4, just don't foul. 3-quarter shot up, no good. Rebounded by Suggs, and the Colonels hang on. 56-52, your final score. Henderson County downs the Harrison Warriors. The Colonels move to 8-3 on the season. The Warriors drop to 5-3. Great game here tonight at Colonel Gym. Colonels down 12 at one point early in the third. Come back and win it. 56-52. Stay tuned for the post-game show coming up next. We'll catch up with Xavion Johnson along with the Colonel head coach Tyler Smithart and have the scoreboard show for you as well. Once again, your final, Henderson County 56, Harrison 52. For Scott Stone